But we also have two of these Clemson men here with us now, obviously. And what I think happens a lot of times is fans romanticize the college athlete process. They only see a small portion of what you guys go through. And I would love for you guys to, I hate to say like debunk the myths, but talk a little bit about some of the things that fans don't know that you go through or experience. Because we do see the highlight reel, essentially. We see you at your best and sometimes at your worst in a football game, but you guys are so much more than that. And being a college athlete requires so much more than that. So,
well, in case y'all didn't know, we have an off season. We don't just, play 11, 10, 12, however many games and then wrap it up and then play again. So the off season is 90% of our season or 90% of football. And so I think that's probably like a misconception. Everybody's like, oh wait, football's year round. Like, yeah, it's a pretty year round deal. So most of our season is us training and preparing for those 12 to 15 days. And that's all we get to display it, And so that's actually one thing that I love about this game, because you just put so much time into preparing. But that's just something that I guess I debunk. A lot of it is done not on the field.
If I can lead you into yours, TJ, please, because we've talked a lot about, this program graduates 99% of their players. It's unheard of. Like, who doing that? But that's a huge part of it, right? You are still going to class. You're doing work. You are that's a huge part of this thing too.
Shout out to your.
Come on.
Shout out Catherine.
Yeah, we take those shout outs for real. Like, those are the people that are helping guide you through this to ultimately get you to one of those number one things when we look at the top bullets of what this program wants to do. But that, I think, is also often forgotten about. You're actually in class and doing this too. Talk a little bit about the balance that it takes to manage all that, plus workouts, mat drills, things like that.
It's a lot. For a regular person, they're just dealing with school and they may have other activities that they can put off and stuff like this. Well, for us, we came to college to play football, but also just to get a degree. You know what I'm saying? So we have to balance and manage our time wisely. Neri does a great job of, helping us, guide us through that, you know what I'm saying, helping us walk. But at the same time, you got to be in class, you got to do your work, because at the end of the day, every professor on campus expects a lot more from us than they do from the regular students. I've heard all the time from my professors, we hold y'all to a higher standard. Anything you do is under a magnifier, so it's gonna be amplified if you do anything crazy. A lot of people, a lot of students don't realize I guess some people have the misconception that football players are not gonna do their work, not gonna go to class, and they'll be shocked whenever football player is leading the class discussion or talking to the teacher, or always gets help from the teacher, because what I'm saying, they're always we lead in the class how we lead on the field. A lot of people just think we take the seat back and don't are kind of, I don't want to say dumber, but lesser of a student than them, because.
No, I love that. Let them know.
You see it all the time, especially here. When I first got here, people thought I wasn't going to do work or anything like that. Especially if you get in group projects, that's where you see it the most. They try to keep the least amount of work. That's cool and all sometimes, but then again, they do it because they think you're not going to contribute. So it's you're smarter than what most of them.
You're a student and an athlete.
Yeah,
Let's make that very clear. Right.